Hello everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive. This is our Let's Play against the Allied AI, and you can see here I've got the strategic map up. I thought we'd take a quick look at this. You know, now it should make a little more sense to you, me, and everyone else, because, you know, at the start it's such a jumble, but now, you know, we should be getting a decent sense of our different units and what we're trying to do. As you can see, it's still the 17th of December, 1944, 600 hours. This is round number 5, and we're about halfway down the map. So we're kind of right in this area with the 116th Panzer. Ultimately, that's part of 5th Panzer Army that you could... Well, actually, I think the 116th, I'm wrong about that. I think it goes directly back to the 58th Panzer Corps, which then goes back to 5th Panzer, okay? And then I think the 47th Corps, the same thing, goes back to 5th Panzer here. We'll check that when we go back out on the map. But you can see the 116th is moving out. We're right in this area. We've just moved the 62nd, the 560th Divisions. We'll get down into 2nd Panzer Corps that you can see is really making some headway here towards Bastogne. That we could rewrite history. We'll see. Then we get down here, the Lair Division. We'll be looking at that. You can see 7th Army back here. Here, Group B. Grupa, I should say, right? That's the main overall command, and we have moved it up a little bit just to get more things in, you know, some kind of command range. So anyway, we're going to get right down here into 2nd Panzer. You can always click right there. Let's start with the 116th, though. I just want to make sure that we've moved most of anything. We don't move past anything. So you can see we did move the 560th. That's right. Okay, now I remember. Because we had moved out here, we did find an American unit. There were a few times we got a little surprised, but we are now into 116th Panzer. And let's, before we do that, I see this unit down here that's part of 560th. Let's actually get this moving down the road. Now, it's in move. Let's hope we don't run into anything. That would be a disaster. As a matter of fact, I almost want to take it off of move mode, but now we're cruising. Why would I stop now? Let's keep going. Get out. Up! We did, and we lost 20 Volksgrenadiers. That was probably a little foolish, but that's okay. We'll recover, and now he is in combat. That immediately switched over to combat mode, but you can see the rest of that division is right up here, so we wanted that to go north. We've also got these engineers that go back to the 47th Panzer Corps. Well, as we saw in the strategic map, the 47th is actually a little further down this way. There's 47th, so we've got this thing, you know, vectoring way north. I think instead, let's go down this way, so he's a little closer, and also we can overlook Troisverges. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly, but I that's how the locals say it. That's what I always like to say, right? We don't know what's there. We cannot play a recon card with this because it goes directly back to the core. If we see here, you know, this goes back to the core headquarters, which usually only has this, you know, scrape together a unit or visit the front when it goes directly back to the core. Okay, now then, 116th Panzer. Let's get this rolling. But rolling where? Rolling how? You know, we could move this a little bit north, but maybe we kind of want to go out this way. If I back up a little bit, let's just back that up. So that's the unit we're looking at. We've really pushed a long way out here with some of this motorized back here. We've got the main road that, you know, we're south of St. Vith, but we're actually now west of it. Interesting. Okay. I mean, these divisions, I'm kind of vectoring up to the northwest, right, as much as I can, which I guess kind of tells me which way we should go. Maybe we should go around this way, though, at least with one of these units. We've also got the 2nd Panzer down here. that's just south of us, and they can, you know, kind of come up into the north a little bit. So I guess let's just keep going this way, and we'll stay on that road. We can't go it around this way. Did we use... Let's go to the officer here. Yeah, we did use the recon card there. I was just kind of curious if we had, and we have indeed. We got a lot of things that'll be coming up the road here. We could also come here, but we've got other units, you know, such as this one back here that can do that. Or, you know, we can vector a little bit south with this. Now you can see the engineers here. What does that attack look like? 10 to 1. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and take that then and have the engineers get into that artillery. We lose 10 pioneers, but we take out, you know, a number of things, including 4 105mm howitzers. We do knock that back. We may as well chase it. Can it? Oh, we can attack that again. So let's just go ahead and do that and see. Yeah, we wipe that out. So we lose a half track, but we've now wiped that American unit out. Is there another one here? Doesn't appear to be. Okay. Do we need to keep moving down this road? Not really. We can almost turn this sucker around unless we just want him to follow along. We could also go back and look. I don't think there are any blown bridges really for the engineers to be dealing with here. Is there any movement points available here? No, I just wanted to make sure. Sorry, I know it's not as pleasing when I'm as zoomed out as I am, but sometimes I want to get some kind of context, I guess is the best way to put it. No, he would have a height advantage on us here, but I think we go ahead and do that. This division can actually move around here next time, but let's get this motorized right there. It's going to slow us down slightly. Here's our recon, and I think this recon, let's go ahead and push this here. What does this look like? We don't know. We just don't know. Then we have a KG that's coming down here. Actually, maybe this is who we... Let's put the motorized on the main road there, and let's take the KG bearer and put him right there, and then we can also move the anti-tank there just in case he's got some kind of motorized unit. Meanwhile, we can take this Panzer Grenadier Regiment, the 60th, move it there down the road. You know, don't forget, again, we've got the 2nd there. I think, I'm just kind of wondering if we use the 116th to kind of trail a little bit. Why don't we go there with the Panzer IVs? That looks good. Try to move up here as much as we can. And again, I'm staying on this kind of zoomed out just so we can get a better perspective, better context. The artillery's already fired, or at least that artillery has. This artillery has not, and we can get it all the way up into this town, so let's do that. Now you see there is the command, and we've got a lot of Nebelwerfers that we can start moving up here. Let's go there with the Nebelwerfers. Put them in that little town, if we can. What is this hex? That's just fields. That's a town. Again, I'm not that worried about American air power, you know, during this turn. So let's go ahead and move them out here as far as we can. They have a shorter range, so try to get them out here as far as we can. Certainly. Okay, we've moved that artillery. We can't move that artillery. This artillery, what's our stack there now? 123. All right, I can move up there. Then we have the Panthers. They can't get in there. I really would prefer they actually be the ones in town. So let's, if to the extent we can move anything up here, let's do that. And let's put the Panthers in town. Their stack's only 119. I guess one of these two could have stayed there. Just seeing if there's anything I can... Yeah, I can move him up another hex. Let's do that. We've got Panzerjagers that can come up the way. We've also... What else do we have back here? Just anti-air. We've got artillery. Bring this artillery up. Let's just put it right there. The Panzer, let's go there. The command, as we'll put it there in town. Yeah, we're not overstacked yet. And then we'll put the anti-air right there. I think that works. Artillery's moved. That's moved. We could move it back down this road, these engineers. I think I will do that. And then we've got the corps back here. So if we look at 116th Panzer, let's get that on top. It is part of the 58th Corps, and that is the corps right here. We could go into 7ing. Let's see, what else is under 58th Corps? 116th Panzer and 560th Division. Well, they're both up here, so perfect. Let's go into town there. All right, and then we've got some other engineers here that report directly back to the Corps. We can move them up and around. Let's do that. All right, we've got some anti-air here as we see 5th Panzer, and if we look at the order of battle nicely, when you're selected on something and you bring up the order of battle, it brings you right to it. So this is 66th Corps, then we have the 47th Corps, and then we have 58th Panzer Corps. Okay, so we're selected on that, and we should be able to see. So that's one corps, one of these corps. There's another one of these corps, and then finally, I think the third one's right there. It is indeed. So we may as well move up here kind of centrally if we can. Now I think eventually into Troyverges, potentially. Let's go up there and let's take some of this anti-air and put it there, and take some of this anti-air and put it there. And I think that works. These Panzerjägers can't move again. There is Air Group B under Walter Model. Okay, we got Sickerung back here. Nothing to move, nothing to move. I think that's that. I mean, we moved a nice ways out here, but now we get into the real big boys, and that is 2nd Panzer. 2nd Panzer Corps, there's the command. It's going back to 47th Panzer Corps, which is right here. 47th Panzer Corps, what else does it have underneath it? 2nd Panzer, Lair, and 26th Division. Okay, good to know. So there's 26th Division, there's Lair, here's 2nd Panzer, as we're starting to kind of get a feel here. Now, do we go up and around this way? I mean, we definitely want to take this town. There's no doubt about that. Okay, there is an American unit there. We're showing 1-to-1 odds. I kind of want to move around it to here. Right? I think I would rather do that. Although we could bring this other KG. Yeah, he can't go. Oh, he can go there. Got it. Okay, so let's bring that around. And what do we have? What is this? Artillery? I don't think we would have enough to... Oh, this is still on move mode. Okay, let's take that off, certainly. And now I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Koken. He's going to move right up in here. We should have a good chance to take that out next time. You can see we got a lot of artillery back here, too, that's itching to fire. We've got Gutma. Gutma can get going. Down the road, Jack. I actually want him to go there first and then get across the bridge. Okay, so these guys are gonna, keep hanging north. We've got this no, that's not an artillery. That's 78th Volksgrenadier. Okay, fine. What do you go back to? 26th Division. All right, so they're part of this division down here. Gutma just moved. Now let's get the recon cranking. Ah, American armor. Hello. There we go. All right, well, that's good to know. That's why you have recon. He could try to drive right in between them. Maybe he should. And get up here. That'd be kind of funny. Or I could bring him around this way. Let's zoom back a little bit. I always lose my frame of reference. There we go. Okay. So we've got the Americans surrounded here. The colors don't... I wish these colors would stay kind of like what they are. As it looks like, everything is dark. And so it's hard sometimes to tell which are the American units and which are our units. I'd like to just drive around these guys. I don't know. There's probably a lot of American troops down here. What if we got up on this little ridge, though? Or, you know, I mean, it's recon. Maybe we just go back down this road. We were across the river, but I think we'll go back down this road. Oh, we did. I was thinking maybe we get ambushed there, but we're kind of driving out and around them now. Okay, excellent. There you go. And now we can take the KG bomb. Now, he's only a 46. So maybe this is, you know, something where we come around this way. I think I'm going to. Can he go any further? No. But then I think we can take the motorized and go right here. We have another motorized. We could get him across the river here. This armor, I mean, you know, it's going to be a tough sledding against this armor. We could just try to push right through them here, but I don't think... Let's put that in town as well. And then, then, we've got the Panzer IVs. Let's go across the river this way. We may as well avoid, you know, battle if we can. What's our stack there now? 183. That looks pretty good. His stack is 75, so that would certainly put us over. Got another... Oh, that's Gutma. My bad. That's the 26th. This is artillery, and we could start banging away here because there are fields everywhere. The Panthers? Yeah. Oh, we got ambushed. From where? We lost 2 Panthers, gents. That was my fault. Wow. Did not know that. Okay. Boy, I'm going to make them pay for that. We lost 2 Panthers. Gosh darn it. Okay. What do we have here? I'll be a son of a gun. Well, let's try to move out and around you. Let's go there. Let's take this motor. Wow, he can go a long ways. But I really now want to take this out. So let's hit with both 4-1 and knock this out of here just so it can't hurt anything else. Oh, wow. We really are getting ripped up by this unit. We lose 100 infantry, 110 total. Gosh darn it. Now we've used all of our movement points there. Alright, well, let's get the Stugs across the river. I don't know why it didn't go this way. I thought that's how I had it. Okay. My fault. I'm not going to blame the game. That was my fault. Let's make sure, you know, we'll put engineers here so they can't just attack our Panthers straight out. And then let's start getting going with the artillery because now they've peed me off. There's that. All right, that artillery Gutma's moved. We've got this artillery. Now these are both armor, right? Maybe we hit over here. Yeah, I should have done that first before the attack as we start to now, you know, knock that down a little bit. So we've fired those. That artillery, that's anti-air. The headquarters can come out here with 2nd Panzer. Gosh darn it. I mean, well, you know, look, I got to stop it because ultimately that kind of stuff will drive me crazy. We only lost, you know, 2 tanks. I'm not going to act like we lost the whole damn division or something. Artillery. This is that group of 26th Infantry. I think we want to move them down that way, obviously. Okay, so that's all the Volksgrenadiers. And then I think the Corps, we move up here. Nebelwerfers. Now, what are you in? Fields? All right, let's Nebelwerfer you. Sounds a little dirty. Okay. Knock you there, and then we'll bring up the anti-air to there. It protects the most, I think. More artillery. This goes to the core, so this is fine. Where is it? These are in fields right now? Yeah, I'd like it to be in town. Now we can fire back. We don't know what kind of damage we're doing there. It's the 78th Regiment. Okay, let's go down this road. Ah, hello. All right. Well, that's what I wanted to know. Now we've got the 39th Regiment. Where's the other part of the 78th? Ah, he's way back here. Okay. Let's move him here. Would he have anything to attack with there? I don't believe so. So we'll just have him continue down this road. I think we're going to go here with this part of the 39th and try to attack there. 6-1. We lost 10 Volksgrenadiers. We took out a bit of equipment. Probably not as great as I would have liked to have seen, but that's okay. And you can see we're getting down into the lair division here. I do think I'll just go ahead and push out there. And then here we'll get up on the bluff. Yeah, he can attack. Oh, I see. That's a ranged attack. Okay. So here the 26th moving down the road. We got another Nebelwerfer. But I don't believe he can get into firing range of anything. What's your stack now? 68? Oh, hell. Let's get this really cooking. You move up there. We got the Panzer Corps. Put that there. This is 2nd Panzer Division artillery. Let's get you out here. 2nd Panzer artillery. Let's get you going. Already fired one Nebelwerfer. Let's bring up the other. Just bring him there. I think we'll take this anti-air and move it here. I think it protects the most there. Just in case. I mean, again, you know, we're getting the indication there's no more American air power to go. These guys, you're in town. Stug, no. Recon, no. We got the KG out here. If I back up, or if we look at the strategic map, you can see how far out here 2nd Panzer is getting, certainly. Okay. I'm still mad about 2 Panthers. I mean, come on. In the grand scheme, that's just not a big deal. But that was me being a little fast and loose, as the kids say. What are you part of? You're part of 47th Panzer Corps as well. Okay, but you can support the 26th. That's fine. And we see the 26th out here. So these are the guys I've already moved of the 26th, plus the artillery. We've got Lair back here. Here's the artillery of the 39th. I'm actually going to bring that over here so it's kind of, you know, with its regiment component parts. Let's do that. We've also got KGs out here. We see two American motorized units. We've got Panzerjägers here. We've got part of the 77th. He can get across the river. I think, you know, let's do that if we can. So he goes across the river. We're showing 2-1. What if we get the engineers in? Okay, I like that attack then. Again, we're not getting nearly as good of results right here. I could have maybe softened them up a little bit more. They're only in the fields. Yeah, I'm going to have to slow down a little bit here. Let's make sure we're firing what we can, when we can. Let's get that artillery going there. We take out some Jeeps. Well, that's just what I was trying to do. Where's the other part of 77th? Not you. 39th is all up here. Here's 78th, including its artillery. Where's the rest of 79th? Or I'm sorry, 77th. There's its artillery. There it is. Okay, it's down here by this American armor. I think Pashi. Maybe we bring... Well, how far can Floys get here? Okay, he can get across the river, which means we can take Paushi here. We could attack, you know, attack from the rear, but I think we're going to completely cut this unit off. Okay, we get ambushed. We lose 10 Panzer Grenadiers with Paushi. I also maybe want Paushi to do recon. Play card. Okay, well, that didn't tell us a damn thing. All right, well, fine. We tried. We're still down here in the 26th, and I kind of wonder if I should vector the 26th up here, but that doesn't look good. 1 to 6. This artillery, no, but we have this KG that's part of the 26th. Now, he is on the other side of the river. I think what we want to do is get over here and really surround him. I mean, he's completely surrounded now, right? I like that. The 26th pretty much has everything in command, but let's move that up. And now we really just are missing the one unit. Yeah, we're missing a few up here, right? We're going to have to get these guys kind of back together, but they're really running support for Lair. Do I move this around and use the Fallschirmjägers for this blocking? I think I do. Let's get him up and over the river there, and then we take, not you, that's anti-air, right? Let's take this Fallschirm, wow, shit, I could move him right across here, but I think I'll put him there. Then we have the 5th Fallschirmjäger anti-air here for some reason, but I think we want to just, you know, really work these roads right through here. You know, we've got American armor, and eventually I think we can take that out, but really, you know, if we're not going to go north on the main road, which maybe, you know, this is what we'd want to be going for, but that's what 2nd Panzer is going to try to jump onto. I think we just drive out here as far as we can. Let's see why we wouldn't. We want to be... Well, he can be a little north of the river, certainly. Let's put him there. Yeah, so he's on this road. We've got our recon unit back here. Let's get him out to, let's say, there. We've got artillery that can move up. This goes back to the division. Oh, wow. He could try to hit this armor. Why don't we just push him forward to there and then fire on the armor. See if we get any damage. Yeah, we take out a little bit there. Okay. Then we have more of that same artillery. Let's go ahead and fire then on the armor again, see if we can take out a little bit more. Yeah, we had moved so much there. Whenever you move the artillery more, you do less damage. I mean, I guess that kind of goes without saying, but let's go to there and just keep banging away at that. See what we can take out. We take out 10 engineers that time. Not a whole lot, but it's something. We've got anti-tank, we've got motorized that can keep moving down the road here. That motorized moves there. This motorized we'll put there, and you can see the Lair division is on the move. Let's put the anti-tank there. Artillery, boy, he can't get very far, can he? Not in love with that. This is starting to get backed up is what's going on. Let's get him out here to the main road. And then let's not forget about this anti-air. As a matter of fact, I know he's going to go this way. So let's just move him there for a second. Just so I don't forget that he's there. He doesn't have enough movement left. But if he goes there, he does have enough movement. And let's fire. Just really try to wear this group down. We're taking out some engineers. Not that that's going to, you know, do a whole lot, but rightio, then let's bring these engineers. Wow, they can get all the way across the river here. Okay, let's go. We've got some Stugs. They can get across the river. Let's do it. Panzer Regiment. These are the Panzer 4s. What's your stack here, guys? 69. Okay. Hey. Let's go there. Then we have the Panthers. Here come the Panthers. That's not a town, right? Nope. And then we're at 161 there. That's the lair headquarters. Stack there's 151. Put the headquarters into town. Lair. Wow, that's such a nice looking counter, isn't it? I'm going to put them there for a turn. They'll be alright. Then we'll put the anti-air there. Panzer Jagers coming down the road. Then we've got motorized here. Alright, you're going to follow along behind. Artillery. I don't think we have anything left there in Lair Division. Let's just back up and make sure. Now you can see we've got Lair moving out here. There's Lair now. Trying to catch up with 2nd Panzer. Now we had talked about this river here. The Sour River comes around, and then this river kind of being defensive. In the comments, a few people said don't do that. I mean, I'm not. Okay, I'm listening. They said, you know, keep pushing in the south. You may as well. I mean, you've got a few days before Patton and boys show up, so go for it. Well, okay, let's do it. Let's see what kind of attack we can get here. 3-1 with the engineers, 11-1, 14-1. We don't need the anti-tank, so let's just hit there. I'm surprised we didn't completely destroy that because, well, he jumped over here on us, didn't he? Still 3-1. Well, that's not nearly as good as I thought it would be. Do I have other things coming up? Well, I've got some artillery I could maybe hit him with. Let's hit him with this artillery. Okay. And then we can move down the road here and fire this artillery again. Or the other artillery, I should say. Just trying to loosen him up a little bit there. So we've got first Faldersatz. Okay. We've got the flak. Okay. This goes, you know, obviously back to the division. We don't really need, you know, he doesn't need, crud. Okay, let's hit this again. This is the regiment. Let's go here. Boom, boom, 10-1. I want to just completely destroy this, so I'm not, there we go. Okay, adios. There he goes, he's done. I guess I could have fired this at him. Let's get the Nebelwerfer up. Let's get you moving this way now. There's our anti-tank. The engineer's going to have to be left behind. He can't move. Alright, let's get the anti-tank up the road, though. Artillery both fired. Just make sure we're not leaving anything behind. Nope, just Sickerung. Okay, let's just move this down here so I quit worrying about it. I don't want to keep saying, can't forget the anti-air. Well, okay, don't forget it then, buddy. The 13th here, okay, well, something's there. We got hit, but didn't lose anything. All right, let's give him the recon card and see if there's anything else we see out here. Just go there, play the card, kind of give us a better idea, maybe? No, we don't see a whole lot. Move around this potentially? I mean, this is kind of where we want to go, right along the river here with the Fallschirmjägers. But maybe we just move around him. Or go to this side of him. 13th. I've got 13th. And move forward. What does this attack look like? 1-2. Not great. Let's put the anti-tank there. The Stugs can go here. Now let's look at it with the Stugs. 2-1. Nah. Not worth it. This is the Belize River. Well, we really wanted to do it down here on the Sour, so, you know, eventually we could, you know, fall back to the Belize. Here's the 15th. Let's get this out here and going this direction. That all looks good. Okay, we open that up, the 15th, and then this can go down the road. Oh, I thought he could get a lot further than that. Okay. Then the 14th, we can go across this bridge. Kind of check out what the Americans are up to. Let's get across there. Here's more of the 14th. What's the stack here now? 108? Alright. Keep going. Nebelwerfers. We got the command back here. Here comes the artillery. Let's at least get him out here on the river so we can look around. Now he could shoot. He could fire all the way over here, but let's get a little closer in range. Yeah, didn't do anything there. That's alright. We'll move the 15th there as well. Nothing then comes into range. I think the headquarters, we shouldn't, I mean, let's move it out here. Let's get everybody in. There we go. Alright. Anyone else? Anyone else? 14th? Nope. I think we've moved all of the Fallschirmjägers. Look at the strategic again. 5th Fallschirmjäger right there. Okay. That's all done. And now we have the 352nd Division that I was kind of moving down this main road into Edelbrook. Edelweiss. Now then, this is interesting. We could try to move around this American armor. You know, even though we have a bridge out here, we could also go this way with this part of the 914th. I think I want to go there first, and then he can cross over here, or he could go here. Let's do that. And then the 915th can come down the road. He's on the wrong side of the dang this river, right? Not nearly as defensible. Let's bring that part of the 915th down. These are just artillery back here. This should be what? Okay, so the 352nd. They can come across the river. I could go here, or I could, you know, keep coming down the road. Let's go there first. No, that's not going to be a good attack. We already knew that. Artillery. 915th. Let's attack there. Alright, we take out a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it's something. The 914th artillery now, I guess, can kind of shoot back over this way. I like to say shoot. Fire! Fire, my man! Oh, that is a hard target, so didn't do as much there. Let's cross the river. Let's go look around. This part of the 352nd can go there. Then we have anti-tank. This is part of the core. Okay. 352nd goes back to that same core. Alright, well, it's nice to have anti-tank here, certainly. He can't move very far, though. Maybe he needs to come all the way down here. Or really, probably into there. This is probably going to get attacked. Let's put that anti-tank, that one there, and let's put this one there, and then we'll take the Panzerjägers. What's your stack now? 98? That's not bad. Let's get you down there. Where are you sitting right now? You're in fields, my friend. We've already fired the artillery. Oh, this core Nebelwerfer. Let's bring that up here on the ridge. Start firing at stuff. Probably won't do a whole lot of damage there, and we wouldn't know it if we did. Fallschirmjäger, okay. I see more Nebelwerfers. Okay, he's just sitting here on this ledge. Let's fire down into that. We take out 30 engineers. And then I think the command I'll bring this way. And then the 916th can come across the road here and maybe block there a little bit. I think that all looks good. What do I have back here? Oh, the 916th artillery. Well, let's put this up here with the Nebelwerfer. And then we have the A Corps. It's not the... that's not true. What is this, the 75th? Didn't I say this last time? Why does that say 85th? Is it this that's part of it? No, that says 85th. It says 85th, right? And then, but this is the 75th, but it lights this up like it's under its command. I don't get that. Same with that. Oh, but down here it says 85th. Oh, it just doesn't have enough room. Okay, I've been confused. I've been wondering about that since 3 episodes ago. No joke. I was like, what is going on here? Let's start firing on engineers. Not that I personally have anything against engineers, but let's do it. That's core artillery. This is also core artillery. Let's fire on whatever's back there. I have no idea what it is, but soften up what we can. And then this is divisional arty. Let's get this coming up the road. He'll just have to stay right there for a second. So we fired all this. That's the core headquarters. I'm really glad to know that. I swear I kept saying 75th, 85th. I kept confusing myself. Now we have the 272nd, which is also part of that corps. Okay. No, I'm wrong. This is part of 80th Corps. Okay, but at least we know now that's actually 85th, even though it says 75th on the counter. This part of the 916th is going to go across the river. And then we'll take the engineers, keep them there. We've got regimental arty here that can fire down into the engineers yet again. I mean, if these guys aren't softened up, nobody is. 986th. Okay, he's across the river. Oh, I see. I see. This is heavy forest. What's the best way to do this? I'm a long ways out here. Metternock? Hey, we've taken Metternock. Alzette River, Younglinster. I think the best way to do this is to have this follow along behind the other part of the 986th, so those kind of stay together, and then have this 988th. Where's your other guy? He's over there. What's this attack? Yeah, that doesn't look good. Oh, there's armor there. Gotcha. So let's actually... Can he back up one? Nope. Alright, well, there's some armor there. We're just going to have to deal with that. I think we'll bring the 988th over there. Can we get it? Yup, we got ambushed. 10, probably should have suspected something was in there. 276, what does this attack look like? 3 to 1. Let's make it 5 to 1. Let's make it 14 to 1. Oh, almost completely destroyed it. We got close. He jumped back into town. Okay. He can go here, so we're around behind that. He can attack here on a follow-up. Nope, that's not going to work. But, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, let's see, though. Nope. Next time we'll get a concentric attack from there, I guess. Yeah, crud. Well, I probably could have worked that out much better. We got up the road here. We don't see much. Nebelwerfer. I mean, we could fire this into town. This is part of the 80th Corps. Okay. 80th Corps, you know, this stuff, you know, down here by the 212th, I think that's 80th Corps as well. It is. Okay, we've got engineers here that can go across the river. Or we could just leave the engineers behind along with the Corps and advance the anti-tank. Ooh, gosh, I wish I could get him all the way there. For now, wait a minute. Yeah, that's part of the 276th. Let's put him right there for now. Actually, may as well put him there. Anti-tank, engineers. Ah, there's all of our 276th artillery. Well, okay. Let's move it back up the road this way. And we'll get it up here with the divisional command. We've got Nebelwerfers here that we could move out, but I think I really want these guys like sitting, you know, like here. I mean, I'm thinking more defensive with these guys, right? Oh, we've also got the 987th artillery. Let's see if we can take this out with that artillery. Did it work? Well, I guess we're not going to find out. But it didn't work. How about that? You know, I mean, we didn't have any visibility on that. 423rd can keep moving down the road. Let's give this a recon card. Play card. Aha! I see you. 2-1. Then this part of the 423rd then can come around and try to jump over the road next time and start trying to trap some of these American units. Now we can go Stug, anti-tank. What if we throw it all in? 3-1. I don't love it. What are we doing here? 1-1, 2-1. I do like 4-1. So let's hit there. Yeah. That's the kind of concentric attacks I'm looking for. That should have driven that back and over. Did drive it over a little bit. Let's take these engineers. Let's move them up here a little bit. Just see what we see. Kind of a recon mission. Wow, he got a long ways out here. Till next time, I think, for these guys, in some respects. That's 3/16th. What about the 320th? Where's the rest of the 320th? Must be under here. There we go. All right, let's get you moving around. This all looks good. I could go into that hex and take this infantry and go into this hex, so we're getting ever more concentric. Oh, we got a intercept fire. Damn, we lost 40. Okay, well, we probably should have expected some intercept fire there. That's fine. So that all looks good. Then we've got some anti-tank from the core. Can certainly use that. Let's go there with that. Artillery. Fire away. Okay. And then this artillery, let's move up. Fire away. Okay. This artillery, let's move around to, let's say, here. And fire away. That's into the heavy woods, but there's not a whole lot of moving targets down here. We took out a bazooka. This guy... It's going to be a really good defensible position eventually. You can see the fort levels here. He's in what? Steinem? No, Minden. Okay. I want this engineer to stay here. There's nothing to move there. This is Sikarung. He could move further south, certainly, but they move, obviously, really slowly. Alright, 53rd. I don't think any of these guys can move. He's moved. Trying to kind of get around behind him, or with these units with something. He's going to, you know, maybe come down here, or this guy can come down here. Let's go bottom to top and make sure I've moved everything. I'm taking everything into account. 53rd Headquarters Engineers. I mean, it's not the best setup, right? But we have other regimental units that can eventually move down here. We're kind of getting these Americans surrounded, I hope. That's the goal, excuse me. This is 80th Corps. Sure. So this is Heavy Forest. That's Letterborn. These are fields. Well, let's hit this unit. He's the most exposed. See what kind of damage, if any, we can do there. Oh, we take out 2 bazookas. All right. This already... I guess I'll move up here and do the same thing. Take out 20 GIs there. Okay. That's why we look. The Nebelwerfers. I guess they can get down here and help. I mean, they're part of 80th Corps. Let's do it. Nope, that's not who I want to hit, though. They don't have as much range, and so they can't get out here. Plus, he had moved. Maybe I need to move this back up here. Let's put that there. Okay, I wasted a little bit of mojo there. Movement points. Panzer Jaegers, you can't move. Kind of setting up along the river a little bit. Not getting over the top with it. These Nebelwerfers could sit here. Let's just have them fire here anyway. Just see if we can destroy that. We have one AT gun alive is what we're showing. Can he just attack this? Why is that showing me one? Oh, there's more in there. Got it. Okay. Artillery, no. The 276th, he's got most of this stuff in command. I don't want to give this up, Wallendorf. I want a nice salad. Okay, we've moved the 352nd kind of down the river here. 85th Corps, I won't be fooled by that again. That's all moved. 7th Army, I could move 7th Army up maybe. We're in Mettendorf now. Do we really need to, though? Not really. Let's just leave that alone. This all looks fine. Nothing back here. Artillery. Both of these are fine. Anti-air. We may as well have that anti-air sit there with them. It's not protecting anything else. Okay, this all looks good. 352nd. You know, this guy's on the wrong side of the river. I should have had him come across here, but I want to take out this supply depot at Edelbrook, certainly. Fallschirmjägers, you know, we're going to have them extend out and try to put them in a very good defensive position if we can. What other river could we, you know, just looking from the south. I'd like to come down here to Mersch and take away that supply, but we could come along this smaller river, but I just don't think that makes a lot of sense. I want to take Edelbrook, but then really it's not the Belize. Well, it is the Belize, right? We could go there. Is that what happens? The sour turns into the Belize? Sort of. The sour comes down here to Edelbrook. Just trying to get a real sense of this map. And I mean, we're going to be playing defense, right? I mean, we could set up a lot of artillery on these bluffs, but, you know, do we care? Well, I care, but, you know, can we go this far north? I think really the Belize River is the river to defend. It's a major river, and it goes a long ways, all the way out to Martelange, and then keeps on going. I think that's got to be your defensive line when the counterattack comes. Now, the problem over here is they get a really nice vantage point to shoot down into here, but we could be up here in Belade or otherwise shooting down at them as well. You have this valley out here by the Cher River. Well, as you know, we'll see how it goes. Showing 2-to-1, 4-to-1 odds there? Huh. We don't really know what that is, so you know, who knows if that's accurate. We've moved most of this out. We're blocking there. Lair is coming through, moving through, and 2nd Panzer, and well, this is 26th Division, right? This Panzerjäger group, let's get you moving, buddy. Let's get you out here. That's fine. May as well have that move one more. No reason to leave anything on the table there. 26th, okay. Then we get into 2nd Panzer, which is advanced more than anything else. And you can see Tavegny here. Some of the more famous places, Bastogne. We could have the 2nd Panzer just beeline for Bastogne. Maybe we will. We got a lot of this blocked off. We could move this KG up because, I mean, he's completely trapped back here. I think he's fine there. I want to make sure I take that out next time. Then we get into 116th Panzer. Okay, 560th Division. The 62nd Division, still dealing with some stuff back here. But once we clean that up, get moving again. Fallschirmjäger back here as we get into 6th Panzer Army, which could certainly move forward, I guess. This is Hansfeld. I can't quite get to Hansfeld, so we're going to wait. Got that anti-aircraft with him, and then, of course, we start to get into 1st SS. You know, Piper here in 1st SS, the actual little 1st SS, the bigger 1st SS. We got Tigers. Move the Tigers. He could come down here, couldn't he? Is that a town? No, that's just heavy forest. You know, some of this has really gotten out here. But we've got a big American group here. I'm trying to get around behind them. This all looks fine. 326th is again trying to bust through here as we try to get up to Rockin. Okay, I think that all looks good. I don't think there are any other cards that we would want to play. We're at 88 political points. We're getting close. We could get the 25th Panzer Grenadier Division. That sounds kind of fun. Or the 11th Panzer Division when we get to 130. We're going to have to start thinking about maybe not replacements yet, but supply, right? We may, you know, Major Depot is only 30. That's not bad. The links to a supply source needs to be placed on a hex with the road. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is something we start thinking about playing as we take one of the major towns. All right, let's turn the turn. This will put us into round 6. I think everything's been going pretty well. Everything kind of going to plan here. You know, no plan survives contact with the enemy, but I'm pleased with what's happened so far. You know, is it perfect? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it's going to take a little while for the AI to play out here. I did put it on the slow AI. I've been told by everyone that that's the way. The AI is so much better, evidently. As we get into midday here on the second day, you know, certain things like fuel, certain things, like that's not the most important thing, but fuel, artillery, how much artillery ammunition we're using, things like that. We'll start to look at that stuff more. All right, we're just going to kind of watch this in fast motion now. And then eventually we'll go back and review the major events. You can see right now it's just a lot of moving. There's intercept fire that we did. The Americans have not counterattacked us until then. An attack. Oh, that's okay. We'll allow this to go ahead and play through. Okay, we got attacked there. Didn't look like we lost anything. Got some units trapped. You can see that trap was sprung. Really surprised maybe we're not getting counterattacked a little bit more, but well, there's still plenty of time. All right, artillery fire coming from the Americans there, and then an attack. So he tries to soften up, but we certainly hold there with the Fallschirmjäger. Okay, attacker did push us back there. So that's the first attack we've seen. Well, make that the second attack we've seen, and we took a beating on that one, it looked like. This one we hold nicely. Yeah, like I said, we'll go back and look at all this. Artillery fire. We lost like 260 Panzer Grenadiers in one of those attacks that popped up. We got some more artillery fire here. You can see they're converging on 2nd Panzer. This is in the north, up by Rotkin. Oh, we've got a unit that is now surrounded in the 320, or that's in the the 326th Regiment, 272nd Division. He's now a little cut off out there. Okay, this is down in the south. This was the unit I was worried about getting attacked. That was on the wrong. I said was on the wrong side of the river. This is up by 12th SS, which is part of the bigger 1st SS, of course. There's the Belize River. A lot of falling back by the Americans, which is probably smart. This is out near one of, 1st SS. You can see the command there back here, 1st SS. Looks like the Americans bring it a little bit there. Artillery fire on the 326th as they are hitting our command, our divisional command, but that we hold strong there. Looks like they moved up to a place where we can potentially really surround a lot of units. You can see Rotkin up there. They hit us with artillery. No attack there, though. This unit's really getting surrounded, as you can see. Poor guys. They're like, oh, we've got a blown bridge to our east, our northeast a little bit. And now he's almost completely surrounded. There's St. Vith. A little more artillery. Looks like he was trying to get around behind us there. I think that was in around the area of 1st SS. See, 283 moves, and that'll do it. So let's just look at the map really quickly, and then when we get done with that, we'll call it an episode. And then when we come back next time, we'll go through the big events of that combat resolution. But everything looked fine. I mean, I think we did take some heavy losses on one of those attacks, but it wasn't a big deal. Okay, here we go. We're in round 6. Day type day, weather type mist, temperature type just below 0. And as you can see, the mist and light precipitation will last all the way until tomorrow night. So it's noon of day 2, all the way into the night where it's just overcast. But otherwise, it's mist, light precipitation, mist, light precipitation. That's good for our armor, of course, because the American air raids aren't coming in. Once that weather clears a little bit, we've got to make sure our anti-aircraft's in the right spot. Axis has 71 VPs that are occupations on the map. Allied casualties give Axis 14 extra VP, thus the total is 85. We need 150 for a complete victory. You can see all of what's been lost. 1,610 Volksgrenadiers, 810 of the other type. 690 infantry, so approximately we've lost about 3,000 men, a little bit more than that, plus another 180 pioneers, so let's call it 3,200 plus 120 Jagers and some Nachtruppen. So now we're up to about 3,500 men, I would say. Then we get into the various equipment. You see some more Pioneers, SS Pioneers down here and whatnot. Total points 2230. You can see the Americans have now lost nearly 8,000 men. They've lost over 1,100 trucks. I say 8,000 men, make it 9,000, make it almost 10,000 men. So it's about 3-to-1 right now. Points 93, 83. All right. And I'm just going to kind of take a sort of higher level look here just very quickly. We'll come down the map. And then after that, when we come back next time, we'll check this out. Okay, so it looks like the Americans have pulled back. We were threatening a breakthrough here, and it looks like maybe we can, you know, kind of waltz into Rotkin. Now, I doubt that that's going to be quite that easy, but you can see they pulled back in a lot of places, certainly. Now, there are still a number of Americans here, but they were cut off this time. I don't see how they could have possibly gotten supply, so it's possible that we have surrounded them. Out here, this is the 12th SS, which is part of the 1st SS. We're kind of up and around this group, but now they're trying to, you know, run a few things down here at us, but it's engineers, anti-tank, artillery. I think we should be okay there. 1st SS that's part of 1st SS is kind of moving down the road here. Then we have Piper. This unit, is he in bad shape? No. No, it looks like he got some supply because I think it flowed down this road, right? He did have a connector. Fallschirmjägers are way back here. They got to get moving towards St. Vith. Same kind of goes for the 150th Panzer that's moving out here. Or is this, that's the division. That's 18th Division, my bad. Then we get into the 62nd, the 560th. Then we get down here into 116th Panzer. It looks like clear skies, guys. Let's fly. 2nd Panzer's way out here. Not seeing a whole lot of resistance. I mean, that's where the Bulge forms, right? 26th Division. You see the Lair Division moving out here. But we're going to go over all of this again in a little more detail when we come back next time. I love this game. Hope you do too. Hope you learned something and enjoyed it. Till next time, this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. Thanks for joining me.